Okay, well, first of all, let's talk about Salt. This isn't what makes me mad. Let's do this before we get to Heather Gay's new house, which makes me mad. Let's talk
Oh,
about the fact that Salt Lake is rumored to be adding 3 new women, and Andy Cohen is saying, like, I have gold. I have gold casting. So Andy is now hinting that he has uncovered gold in Salt Lake. So
again?
every
So gold has struck twice.
That's what he's saying. That's
Okay.
what he's saying. He's
Okay.
saying basically like, okay, we're gonna recast because we have 4 housewives now. Four: Meredith, Lisa, Heather, and Whitney. Jen Shah's going to jail, prison. Let's call it prison because it's federal. And I'm assuming that none of these newbies are staying. I know we like Angie H the best out of all three. I agree, but I don't think she's staying. So Andy's like, okay, we're recasting. We're looking for 3 women, and we have gold. I have gold coming. Do
I
you
love
believe
it.
this? Do you believe?
Um, I do. Because, he said this about the original Salt Lake. He said no one gives a rip about Salt Lake City, Utah, but we have this friend group that is going to blow your mind and y'all are going to love it. And we did. We loved everything. I mean, it's provided some of the biggest scandals now. I mean, Mary Cosby was like one of the most unique, hard to figure out, although I feel like you and I, our theory on her church has kind of I stick with that, although, we don't have any, it's all alleged. We don't have any proof of that or anything. So, I believe him. I do. I think it could be really good. I love the 4 women. Well, obviously Jen's gone, but and I like Angie H a lot. They're saying that maybe Angie H could still some of these women could still be friends of the show. So I think we're going to still see them. I believe him. Do you?
Here's the thing, and then we're gonna get. I'm looking down because when I look down, I'm googling something. Well, I'm gonna get into this because people have been saying things. People have been
Ooh.
saying things. No, I want a headline. Stand by. Sorry. So people have been giving me suggestions. Now, do I believe Andy? No, I don't actually. Now I go, no, I really don't. I go, it's like I laughed a few weeks ago. I'm like, who is who? Who are you gonna? I mean, we've
You don't
like
think there are diamonds in the rough in Salt Lake or around Salt Lake or just moving there, or they've had somebody in their arsenal who they've wanted to place? I go
I
back
mean,
to
listen,
Lizzie Savetsky.
I find you need like a real connection. So it needs to be someone who is like, I dated Seth before Meredith, and now I'm best friends with Whitney. And every time I see Meredith and Seth, it's really awkward. Like, there needs to be an attractive, wealthy, mentally stable, but completely off center woman that is truly deeply connected to one, no, not to one, to 2 or more of these 4 women. So it's like, Lisa Barlow, let's sit down, talk to me, right? I mean, that's how this show started. That's why I think it worked. This wasn't cast. Like, right? Whitney,
Well,
these people knew each other. They actually knew each other. When this show was brought to Bravo, it's like, here is you and I are casting stuff. What is the number one thing that we're told every day when Netflix slams the door in our face and we're taking
I
a
was going to
meeting
just
at,
say,
like, so that's
we want real friends.
this is in Salt. No one wanted Salt Lake. This is set in Salt Lake because these people knew. So I think it needs to be like Meredith, who, okay, so this woman, Meredith, how does she know Lisa? No. Does she know Heather? Okay, forget it. Who next? Like, it needs to be someone married to, connected, related to one of these women. That's a real connection, and maybe 2, and then I'll start to believe it. That is it. I don't really believe it. No, I don't know who they're going to find. I don't think they can find some crazy person that's going to enter. It needs to be someone intertwined. Now, I had Marie Osmond on my show. She lives in Utah. I
She's
asked her,
great.
she's like, you're insane, right?
Really?
She's like, I love Andy, but never. You know who is suggested to, and then Demi Moore lives in Utah. She's not doing it.
Not
Oh,
gonna
let me
happen.
turn this. You know who someone suggested,
Who? Who?
which would be so fucking good?
Who?
You better sit down.
I'm seated,
You better sit down.
planted.
Now, hear me out. Katherine Heigl. She lives in
Oh,
Utah.
I mean, that would be, can you, I mean,
Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
Dropped. I mean, that would,
She's yeah.
does she need it though, David? Because I think
don't-
she's got a little bit of a comeback going on, right? Isn't she doing some films?
Little bit of a comeback, but not the same as really exiting the #1 show. Grey's Anatomy, guys. I don't know if you're here in the 19th season. Guess why? It's okay. Is it as good as its heyday? I don't know, but it's going strong. It's going strong. I mean, Ellen Pompeo just left and she's doing the voiceovers and she's still, so no, I mean, she has a little bit of a comeback look. She has that, I don't know if she'll do it. She has that reputation, right? And she has spoken out. She's spoken out and said, like, I understand where that comes from. And doesn't say, she explains where it comes from, but she doesn't shy away from it completely. She's like, I'm a woman who speaks up for myself. So here's, of course, this bitch narrative, but she has a little bit of an edge, Kathryn. And let's face it, when these producers get a hold of you, it doesn't matter what your plan is, you go south. So it's going to be Kathryn. She's a well-known. It could do for her what it did for Rinna. It could. I mean,
know. Look at Rinna. Look at Rinna.
Shit. She wouldn't take shit from these women.
It'd be hot.
She's not A-list. Like, she's not Nicole Kidman, who was never as good to do it. Like Demi Moore. I mean, she's a name that was put in front of me, and I'm like, I love this idea. Now, I don't know if this is Andy's gold. I don't know if anyone else is thinking about it. I think it would career revive her. And girl, like, here we are all these years later after Grace. Just go this route. Just go the reality route. Do you know what I mean? Like, just do it. She has her husband is cute. I think he's a singer. He's cute. She has I think 2 adopted children, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, right.
I forgot from where, but like this is right. We are feeling this, guys. No, I don't know. No, I don't know if she's in Salt Lake. I don't know where in Utah she is, but this is a minor point. Okay. We'll get her to Salt Lake if she's 6 towns over, put her on the back of the truck and drive her on down and push her off on the side of the road in Salt Lake. Right.
I love it.
So I am all for this. So, right. Do you love this idea?
Yes, I love it. Yes, I couldn't love it more. I mean, I'm probably Marie Osmond has so much money. She just doesn't need.
Yeah. And she's also not really the age demographic they're looking for.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I do think that if Marie Osmond were serious, they probably would entertain that. You don't think so?
I mean, listen, she's very religious, so she has that aspect, which Salt Lake likes to delve into. No, I think she's not. Katherine Heigl. That's it.
Katherine Heigl would be
amazing. And listen, and let me give somebody credit. Somebody on YouTube threw this out there. So I don't know your name. I forgot who said this, but that's where I heard. It's not like someone thought of this, and I said, wow.
Brilliant. You're genius.
Whoever did. And it's like, I literally just don't have it in front of me. It was like weeks and months and years ago that I read this comment, but it stuck with me. So when Andy says gold, that's where my mind goes.